Hello operators, and welcome to another spine-stretching installment of belated bookishness.
It's like a mediocre Socrates operation mediocrities, yeah. Get it? It's a pun.
This week on Operation Mediocrities, we are discussing our thoughts on e-readers. James, the pictures of closed bookstores you linked to us were heartbreaking. At the moment, a large number of people are blaming e-readers for destroying these businesses, and I want to somewhat combat that idea. In most cases, the reason a bookstore closes is not because of a drop in sales, but rather an increase in costs. The rent for properties is too damn high, and it affects many businesses. I mean, how many music shops are there these days, and how many of those will be around in a year? Some of the blame, I feel, lies with large chain companies, but I use the word blame carefully. If a business can afford to sell products cheaper than their competitors, and if they know this will increase custom, they cannot be blamed for doing so. It is a business after all. Similarly, a customer cannot be blamed for opting for the cheaper offer. The problem is that chain stores are so good at beating out competition that independent stores really have little hope. With online shopping to boot, stores like Waterstones have a large monopoly over book sales, Amazon similarly. I can't say that very well, can I? And it is only reasonable that e-readers, if they are cheaper and more convenient, will do the same. What I'm saying is that e-readers are not the death of independent bookstores. Capitalism is. So what do I actually think about e-readers? Personally, I don't desire to purchase one anytime soon, but I expect I will. Why? Because they have their benefits. From numerous perspectives, electronic texts are an improvement. If I have a reading list of 100 books, given the option between getting all those texts on a single device or having to purchase a new bookcase and find room for it somewhere, I'm probably going to go with the e-reader. If I want to be able to carry these books around, I want to be able to do it without lugging a heavy weight on my shoulders. And if I want to decrease deforestation, lowering the demand for paper is not a bad start. In addition, a text is still a text if it's on screen. The words don't change, the formatting is identical. And when it comes down to what I consider important, the more people that are reading, the better. If the thing that motivates them to read more is a change in the physical platform, then so be it. And yet, I do not wish for and I do not ever foresee the complete obsolescence of paper books. Why? Because we are sentimental and irrational. We try to convince ourselves that efficiency, productivity and success are our modern virtues, but we cannot escape the fact that we are aesthetic creatures. We experience the world through our senses. And the cleaner, the more efficient a thing is, the more anaesthetised it becomes. Text exists identically on paper on a screen, but a book, a physical book, is an object, an artifact. Our relationship with it is sensory. A new book is clean, the print is bold, the pages are crisp and bleached white, the spine is strong and the cover is immaculate. When you open it, the book resists, yet with every turned page, it slowly opens up to you. With every read, its binding weakens, its pages become dull and stained, its edges are folded or torn, its cover is creased and scratched, the ink fades, it becomes musty. And so unlike a text on a screen, which may last identically and indefinitely, a book cannot last forever. Like its reader, and with its reader, it dies. Electronics can never replace that relationship, and so even if the future of commercial reading is electronic, there will always be a demand for physical books. If I encounter a text that I adore, I will seek a physical copy. Our libraries may become smaller, our bookshops fewer and farther between, we may have to look harder, we may have to pay extra, but in a way I think we'll appreciate the text more for that reason. So e-readers are not the death of literature, and they're not the death of books, they're not even the death of bookstores. As the old mantra goes, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And as long as we have fingers to run along old stone walls, and ears to hear the scratch of a vinyl disc, mouths to taste the flavours of a well-cooked meal, and noses to smell the rich musk of a musty old book, these things will never be obsolete. Max, we'll hear from you soon. There's you.